A little motivation for you. A little motivation for you.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, and welcome back to Tips Tuesdays live rehashed. Tonight is the season finale for season 9. Season 9, y'all. It has been wonderful. It has been gooder and gooder. It's been getting gooder and gooder. And I am sad because it's the last episode, but happy because we get to go on to the next season soon. So I hope that you are doing good wherever you are. And we are going to get ready to bring to the stage the last guest for season 9, y'all. I'm just gonna bring her on to the stage. Her name is Miss Tremeka McDaniel-Scott. Y'all welcome her to the stage.
Oh,
How
hello, Tiff.
you? How you doing tonight?
I am well. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Doing great.
Excited.
As you said, what?
I'm excited.
Yes, me too. Look. We're gonna tell them a little more stuff here in a minute. Those of you that are tuning in for the first time, now this is the last episode of season 9, but you may still just be watching for the first time. This is Tips Tuesdays Live Rehashed, which is a spin-off of my audio podcast, Tips Tuesdays. Now I know some people out there are like, huh? What do you mean? So Tips Tuesdays is an audio podcast. It started off as just audio. Now it's audio and visual. So for those of you that watch YouTube, you can see it visually, see my face, all that good stuff. And now what you are watching is Tips Tuesdays live rehash. where we bring in special guests to give a different perspective on the same inspirational topics and more that we talk about on the audio podcast. So I hope that cleared up some things right there. But we are loaded with inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. That is the objective of this show because we need that inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. And this is the show for it. And yes, it's a late night show. It's a late night show. But it gets you pumped up for your week. And again, if you are watching this and maybe you missed it at 9 o'clock, put in the comments hashtag replay because every stream counts. Promise you. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Tuesday, and we live for Tuesdays. If you know, you know. All right, so we are going to get started first with our announcements. I see y'all coming in. Make sure that y'all share this episode out because the inspiration is going to get really, really, really good tonight. And we got some other stuff that we are going to be doing in tonight's show. So you got to stay in, stay tuned, and share. All right, here we go. Announcement time. It's announcement time.
It's time for those announcements.
Announcement time. It's announcement time.
It's time for those announcements.
You've been going through some things, been through heartaches and pains. You gotta know that God is there through the fire and the rain. You've gotta keep your head up when life is tough. You've gotta keep your head up. Don't give up. You should walk by faith and not by sight.
Mr. Mixer got it lit.
Gotta get to the paper, yeah, you know I'm getting it. Gotta keep the grind so strong, yeah, you know I'm feeling it. Been in the state too long, gotta go and get it. I'm committed, I'm so with it. Gotta get to the paper, yeah, you know I'm getting it. Gotta keep the grind so strong, yeah, you know I'm feeling it. Been in the state too long. Make me more like you.
Make me more like you. I don't wanna sing just a pretty song. Everything I do for you, I wanna please you, Lord. Show me how to be more like you, talk like you, Lord. And show me how to love your people so unconditional. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, love like you. Lord, I just wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, love like you. Lord, I just wanna be like you.
All right, y'all make sure y'all go and stream up that music on all streaming platforms. Go use up those sounds. Go hit up the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all streaming platforms. Go and check out that music and some. All right. Also, right here, this is some of everything that I do. I'm a singer, songwriter, podcaster, graphic designer, digital DJ, voiceover, background vocals, and features. Go to everythingtiffany.com and check that out. Let me take the busy out of your business. If you need business cards, designed flyers, banners, anything that you need designed, hit me up. That is Tiph Promotions, taking the busy out of your business. Also, if you need a digital DJ for your next event, you can also hit me up for those services also. I have been nominated for Songwriter of the Year for the Music Love Awards. We've been talking about that here the last few episodes. So thank you in advance for those who voted. And here, right here, it is the Music Love Awards, August 28th and 29th. If you are in Little Rock, you want to be there, be in the place. Go to musicloveawards.com to get your tickets. There's 2 days of awards. We got the luncheon going on, concert going on. If you want to be a part of that, that is the information right there. Go to musicloveawards.com. Also, don't forget tonight we are doing the giveaway for the travel package, which we will discuss more about what that entails. Also, if you're not already, subscribe, like, follow, and share on all social media platforms. Tips Tuesdays, which you're watching right now. So y'all go and share, like, subscribe, and follow. Also, we got some things coming up with Riff and Rev. We've been kind of MIA this year, but we are coming back. Here we go.
I'm Riff. And I'm Rev. And this is the Riff and Rev Show. And Rev. And And this is the Riff and Rev Show.
If you haven't already, go and follow the Riff and Rev page on Facebook. We will be doing some things coming up in these next few months. And if you want to follow us and know what's going on, go and follow the Riff and Rev Facebook page. And that is your announcements for tonight. Like I said, this is the season finale episode for season 9, and I am so excited for our guest tonight because I met her in February. I think it was February when we met at an event. Found out she's my husband's cousin. So we're family now. And I was just so excited to get her onto the show. I'm going to let her introduce herself to the people, tell the people about yourself and things like that. And so you got to unmute.
Hello.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. I'm Coach Mika. I'm the founder of This Is Me and I Am, which started out being targeted towards preteens up to the age of 19, and it has expanded to adult women. So I'm doing the young ladies as well as the older ladies. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mentor, and I love to encourage women. That's just what I love to do. I love to encourage women.
Right. Yes, and the event that we was at, yes, it was very encouraging. Very encouraging. And I don't know if I told you, but for me, right on time. Right on
Mhm.
time. So y'all are gonna get a little bit of that tonight, get a little piece of that encouraging words from her. And right now, I see y'all are in the comments. Let me know where you are watching from. Share the show out. Let me hit one more good share. And we are going to get started with our inspirational topics tonight. And remember, tonight we are doing the giveaway, the travel giveaway. Now, I'm going to let y'all know right now. The stipulations were go to everythingtiffany.com and purchase you some merch. I didn't put a limit on it or anything, but you had to at least purchase something.
Mhm.
Nobody did it.
Oh,
So we got some other stipulations for the giveaway because I'm going to give this away regardless. So we are going to see who is going to be that special winner tonight. Okay. And y'all remember, let's have the discussion in the comments because I am watching the comments. Yeah. All right. So let us go to the wheel and see what our first topic of the night is going to be. Let's see. All right. Here we go. We got two wheels tonight. Y'all don't pay attention to this yet. All right, healthy boundaries. Okay, so with tonight's show, I'm going to actually let my guest go first. We've been talking about healthy boundaries the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to let her go first. And we are going to see where the conversation goes. All right? What you got on healthy boundaries? I know you got something good on that.
healthy boundaries. I think we all have a hard time with healthy boundaries because sometimes healthy boundaries can lead to us feeling guilty. Sometimes your no can make you feel like, oh, I hurt their feelings. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But we all have to learn how to set healthy boundaries in order for us to be healthy. You know, if you're stretching yourself out, if you're stretching yourself among your own boundaries, that's not good for you. That's not healthy for you. You know, that'll wear on you mentally as well as physically. If you're always trying to please the other person, you know, you're going to wear yourself out. They always say you can't pour from an empty cup, which you cannot. So we all have to learn how to set healthy boundaries, and your no is enough. You know, your no really doesn't need an explanation behind it. It's just simply because you said no. You know, you may be like, can you do so and so for me? Can you let me borrow so and so? And you can just say no with no explanation. You know, a lot of times you want to say no because, you know, I got to go do this or I can't let you borrow this because I have to pay this. Your no, your simple no is enough. And if they can't accept that, hey, that's really on them if they can't accept it. You know, and you should never feel bad or guilty for telling people no.
Yes, I'm with you on that. I say it's a ministry in saying no.
Mhm. Yep.
It's a ministry in saying no. A lot of people, it's hard for them to say no because they want to. They feel like if I say no, then they're not gonna like me or they're gonna think I'm being mean. Um, I think I've come a long way, but the old me would be like so. But it's okay to say no.
Mhm.
And sometimes with those healthy boundaries, it's not even just you setting those boundaries, but sometimes the boundary just might be you.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
that's what a lot of people don't they don't want to be the person that is the boundary. Does that make
Right.
sense?
It does. It makes a lot of sense because, like you said, we're afraid of people not liking us.
Right.
It's about acceptance. It's about your mental. It's about your mental health. You know, if they don't accept you for saying no, they really didn't care about you. They were just trying to see what all they could get out of you. Actually,
Hmm.
if they're not willing to accept your no, you know,
Yeah.
if they stop talking to you because you said no, you know, or they don't want to fool with you anymore because you said no, that wasn't really a person that who really even cared for you. You know,
Hmm.
they wanted you to use you, actually.
Yeah. 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 You gotta be careful of people that are leeches because
Yep,
there are people that are leeches. They just suck the life out of you. They just drain you.
yep,
And I say all the time, you have to learn to recharge, and with
Mm-hmm.
recharging, you got to say no sometimes. You got to say no. You can't say yes to everything. You say yes to everything, then you'll find yourself just running around like a chicken with its neck cut off
Yep.
because you just going, going, going. You can't say no. You got to say no sometimes, if not all the time, but
Right.
sometimes.
Not all the time, some of the time at least. 99% of the time.
Yes. So those healthy boundaries are needed. They are necessary. Like Queen has said, no is a complete sentence.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
is a complete sentence for sure. So put that period on there. Not no question mark. No. Well, I don't think that I can. No, just stand on that no. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
say. Stand on that no.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. So what are some ways that you would say that people can set healthy boundaries?
Well, even when it comes to family, because I know a lot of times we have a very hard time when it comes to family, telling family no.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we all probably should work on is learning how to say no to family. And I say that your no doesn't need an explanation. But sometimes, especially when it comes to children, they want explanations. Like you say no, and they're like, "Well, mommy, why?" And you just say, "Because I said so." But sometimes you really have to explain to a child, why I'm telling you no at this point. Because, they're smaller, so they have to grow in knowledge and know, why is mommy telling me no at this time. But when it comes to the older adults, they should have sense enough to know, when you're saying no, or when they have overstepped their own boundaries sometimes, because if someone is constantly asking you for the same thing over and over again, like, I did this for you last week. I gave you $10 last week. You need $10 again this week. You just have to learn how to say no. I can't keep funding you because, I have my own life to live. So you're
Right.
going to have to find a way. And there comes another time when you say no, and sometimes you may have to explain. Like you want to find your own way. Like I can't keep funding you and trying to take care of me and my home. And no,
Right.
like I said, we have a hard time saying it to family, but we have to learn that sometimes we have to treat family just like we treat friends.
Mm,
Sometimes you want to treat your family closer and better than you do your friends, but sometimes we have to learn the boundary. And the boundary is just simply, and sometimes you have to keep it completely off. We hate to do it, but sometimes that no just doesn't do it for them because they'll come back again and ask again and again, thinking like, I'm gonna wear her down. She's gonna say yes sooner or later. But sometimes have to cut that person like completely off. Like you hate to stop communicating with family. You hate to stop communicating with friends. But when it comes to you and taking care of you, some things you just simply have to cut off.
yeah, that's true. That is true. That is definitely true. So healthy boundaries. Ask yourself, am I setting healthy boundaries? Or am I letting folks run over me? You know, as you said with you know, some people, you have to basically teach them how to treat you in a sense.
Exactly.
Uh,
Hmm.
and people got to learn to stand on their own 2 feet at times.
Right.
You know, people cross them lines by keep on asking the same things. Like you gotta fly and be standing on your own 2 feet and learning yourself. If I keep on uh giving to you so you ain't gotta do, then you'll never learn.
That's
You
right.
know? So
So
that's
true.
that's one thing to think about when it comes to healthy boundaries. Everybody
Now,
gotta think for themselves.
if I see you trying to help yourself, I don't mind helping as
Mm,
long as if you're working and like you may come a little short, that's fine. But if you just out here in the streets doing just whatever you want to do, and I'm going to work every day, and you're not going to work every day, no,
That's not what we do. That's not what we're gonna do.
not what we're going to do.
Exactly. Like, no, I'm doing all of this work. No, you over here benefited from it.
That is true.
Especially if it ain't your kids. You ain't my kid either. You know,
Exactly. You a whole man.
you getting
Like,
some other privileges.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So healthy boundaries, y'all think of that. We like to on this show when we're having these conversations, allow these topics to help us to be better people
Mhm.
today than we were yesterday. So I hope that you are taking this and being inspired by this discussion. All right. If you are just now tuning in, remember share, share, share. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I do see y'all in the comments. And we are going to go to the next topic. Here we go. I'm gonna go faster on this in the next season. Oh, all right. First walk. This is the episode that I did today. The trust walk. A lot of us, we need to learn how to trust God as much as we trust everything else. We trust a lot of things. If you think about it, just think about your day to day. We put a lot of trust in everything else, but then we question God.
Mhm.
Well, God, I don't see what you're doing. You don't see if you sit on a seat, you trust that seat is gonna
Mhm.
hold you up. You don't see if it's a loose screw in there first and all. You just sit down, right? But why
Mhm.
do we, why do we shortchange God when it comes to the trust? And that's a question for everybody. And look, I'm working on that trust.
Mhm.
Uh, but we walk by faith and not by sight. And a lot of
Mhm.
us, we're just looking at what we see, and that's
Right.
how we're determining what we believe.
Mhm.
When it's what you don't see
Right.
that determines what your faith is like.
Mhm.
So, are you walking by faith or are you walking by sight? And I
Mhm.
ain't just saying it because I got a song called "Walk by Faith," but y'all check out "Walk by Faith." But what is your faith like?
Mhm.
You know, is it a little bit of faith? Which in the word it says all you need is a little bit of faith. But
Yep.
in that little bit of faith, are you really truly believing what you're having faith in? Because a
Mhm.
lot of people we say that we love God, we trust God, we depend on God, but we really don't believe.
Mhm.
It's easier to say it than done. It sounds good for us to say, "Oh yes, I'm trusting and leaning, depending on God." But it's
Mhm.
another thing when things are happening and you calling on everything but God.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
So what is your trust walk like? What is your trust walk like? Is there really that faith in there?
And
What are you
God, He
believing?
said, tells us to put our trust in any man. So He tells us that not to put our trust in any man, but a lot
Mm-hmm.
of, and like you were saying, we sit down in the seat and we trust that seat is gonna hold us. When we get up in the morning and flip that light switch, we trust that light is gonna come on.
Right.
When we get in that car, we don't open the hood every time we get ready to get in the car and see if the battery's still in there. We just get in the car and start it up because we trust that the car is going to start. We put our trust in so many things, but we leave God lacking. And
Mm-hmm.
He's the creator of it all. He's the one that made everything. So He is the one that we should put all of our trust in and all of our faith. And you were talking about faith, and a lot of times we say, we have faith in this, I got faith in it, I got faith, and we just sit back. and just believe that it's going to happen. But faith requires participation.
Mm.
You can't say you have faith and then just sit there. I have faith and I'm going to get a job, but are you putting in application? You know, are you looking for any job? You have to be trying to do something, even if you have faith. You still have to participate. You have to show God that you're trying. He doesn't want us to just sit back and think it's just going to drop in our lap. We have to be out there trying to do something because it's all about how we wait. You have to watch how
Mm.
you wait. If you're just waiting and looking, you have to be waiting and moving. You have to be waiting and doing something. He has to see that, okay, she's working, so I'm going to work.
Yeah.
If he sees that we're trying to do something, he's going to do his part. But we have to always remember to do our part and have to put our trust in him and believe, that he has to do what he said he's going to do. We have to hold him to his word. We can do that. We can hold him to his word because he said it.
Right.
So
Right.
he never goes back on his word. Now, man, we go back on our word. So
Most
we're the ones that cannot be trusted. But he's
Mm-hmm.
the one that can be trusted with everything and anything that we need or anything that we have, anything that we're wanting, anything that we're needing. That is who our trust needs to be in because men can't give us anything without the approval of God. So that's who our trust needs to be in.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Um, let me hear y'all make some noise in the comments. Are you really trusting and believe in God, or is that something that you need to work on? You know, we're all works in progress, as my pastor say. He said we all whips. You know, and then like you said with that uh, walking by faith, um, you can't just say that you have faith that
Mhm.
something is going to happen. You got to put the work in. This Sunday in church, the sermon was about waiting,
Mhm.
but you can't just wait. You got to do
Mhm.
something while you waiting. And it's funny that's what she had spoken about at church, and that's something that an episode that I'm currently writing, working while waiting.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of times we just want God to do all the work. We want to just sit there and wait for Him to do what He do, and it's like God is saying you gotta put in the work too.
Right.
Yes, I'm God, but at the same time, you can believe that you're gonna get a job all you want to, but if you never put in an application, what's that gonna do? It's just gonna walk up to you, hey, here, I'm a job, here you go. No, it don't work like that. You gotta put in those applications, you gotta do your resume for some
Mhm.
jobs. You gotta go to wherever it is and get that. Well, these days you can do everything online, but
Yep.
even with that, you gotta get whatever device you're gonna get to put that application in. You got to actually type the information in. The information is not going to just appear on the application. You got to do something in order to get that job, to show the initiation for that job.
That's right.
So you got to put in some work. Faith without works is dead, and that's in the Bible. It says that. It didn't just say have faith. It says faith without works is dead.
Mhm.
So you got to work.
Yep. You
And,
have to work
some people are allergic to that.
in real life.
In real life, in
Yeah.
real life, they allergic to that. It's like it's not gonna just it's not going to what they say you're not gonna be spoon fed. You're not
Right.
gonna it's not gonna be a silver spoon in your mouth, and you just gonna get everything that you want and need. You gotta work in order for things to happen. So
That's
while
right.
you're waiting on the big thing, you still got to put in that work.
You do. Yep. You got to
If you
put.
want to start a business, and I'm gonna keep on saying start a business because I'm gonna start. I'm already starting my business, but the other steps that I got to do, I got to put in some work in order to get that business going.
That's
You
right.
know, first step, you got the LLC. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna do with that LLC? You gotta work it. You gotta go to the bank. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Where you want it, you gotta find a location for your business. Does your business need a location, or is it just something that's online? What are you gonna do to make it happen? If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. You gotta order your steps and put some feet on your face.
What you said? What you said? So let God be God, but also do your job.
That's right.
That's what I say.
What I say.
So yes, what is your trust walk looking like right now? What is your trust walk looking like right now? These are questions to ask yourself daily, not just one time. Daily. We're constantly working on ourselves. We're constantly trying to be better people, so that we can do whatever purpose that it is that we have in life. All right, so let's get another topic. We might do all these topics tonight. I don't know. All right. Okay, don't faint. Don't faint. I'm gonna let you take this. I'm gonna let you take this topic right here. Don't faint.
So you can rest, but don't you quit. We all get tired, and there's nothing wrong with resting. And you may get frustrated, things are not going the way you want them to go. They're not moving as quickly as you want them to move. The money is not coming like you think it was gonna come. How you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? I wanna do this, but I ain't got no money. But we have to, and that goes back to faith. You have to have faith that God is gonna meet your needs. And you still gotta move your feet. You still gotta keep trying. Like I said, we can rest. We get weary, we get frustrated, we may cry, but you wipe your weeping eyes, and it's time for you to get up. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. It's okay. And sometimes we may feel like, well, we as women, we tend to be stronger than what we really have to be. And sometimes that's all we know to be is
Mm-hmm.
strong. We feel less than when we have to rest or when we have to ask for help, or when we cry. A lot of times we don't want people to see us do those things because we want to seem strong in the eyes of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's impossible. You can't always be strong. You can't be strong every day, every hour, every minute. You just cannot be because that's not how God designed us to be. He designed to need help. He designed us, to need each other. That's how he made us. So it's okay to ask for help. When things aren't going the way that you want them to go, you can, ask a friend who may lead you in the right direction. Like, hey, girl, you can go so and so, and they're doing grants over here, so they can help you get, what you're trying to get. Or you can go over here, get your light bill paid, or things like that. And we have to learn how to not be so prideful. Sometimes it hurts, for us to not be so prideful. Sometimes it hurts to ask for help,
Mm-hmm.
but it's okay. You can believe that you're not the only one out there that's going through this, and someone else has probably been through what you're going through. So, like I said, it's okay to ask because they may already have the answer. They may have already been through that, and they know where to tell you to go to get the help. But we have to learn how to rest. We can rest, but don't give up. Don't completely just faint out. You
Yeah.
know, get your rest, but get yourself together and get back to doing what you have your mindset to do. Don't ever give up on whatever it is. It may be 5, 10 years from now, but still don't give up on it. Because it'll always be in the back of your mind. You always say, I wonder what would have happened if I had just did it. I always say today is a good day to do exactly what you want to do. Today is a good day to do the thing you've been thinking about doing. try it. How do you know? You may say, well, I don't want to try it because I may fail. But how do you know? You won't know if you will if you don't try. Or I don't want to do this because they're already doing this. They already got this. They already. It's more than one type of bread in the store. It's more than one type of soda in the store. You're not going to go in the store and many places and see just one thing that they offer. So always, believe in yourself and rest, but don't you quit. Rest, but don't you completely faint and just lay there and be like, I'm just not going to do it. I quit. Sometimes, even if you have to quit, at least try. It may not work out. Everything is not going to work out. That's just the way it is. Some things will and some things won't, but at least you tried.
Yes, yes. I always say I'd rather um start than
Mhm.
to. I'd rather start and fail than fail to start.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
I mean,
Yep.
how would you know if
Hmm.
you never start?
Never tried it. Yep.
You know.
Hmm.
So, like Aaliyah said, first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again.
Try
Okay.
again.
Yes,
Yep.
and whatever it is. And
Hmm.
things are gonna happen. Life is gonna life. You're not
Yeah.
gonna feel 100% all the time. But like you said, rest, but don't
Mhm.
faint.
That's right.
Get your wind back, but
Hmm.
don't faint. If you need
Yep.
to be encouraged, get encouraged, but
Hmm.
don't faint. If you need to
Hmm.
be inspired again, get re-inspired, but don't faint. Amen.
Don't fight.
Yes. Oh yeah. My husband said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right.
Yeah,
100%.
that's good right there.
100%. Yep.
Yes, yes. So don't faint, whatever it is. Somebody out there, you might need this tonight. This is your sign. Get
Yep.
up,
Get
get
up,
up.
girl.
Faint.
Hmm.
And like I said, we will get discouraged in life. A lot of times we'll get going with something, and it's like you put in like 150%. You know,
Yep.
and it's like you wear yourself out sometimes because you just sometimes we do the most. I'll put it like
Hmm.
that. Sometimes
Yes.
we do the most instead of pacing
Right.
ourselves.
Hmm.
So pace yourself. You
Hmm.
don't if you are doing a race, usually the one that's gonna win the race is that one that paced themselves. That one
That's
that
right.
just started off real fast,
Mhm.
he gonna
They're
be
gonna be.
winning. She gonna be
Yep.
winning by the end of the race. But that person that paced themselves,
Right. They
they're
can make it
gonna
to the.
they gonna win.
Yep.
So just remember, just pace yourself.
Mhm.
Pace yourself.
That's
And get
right. You
into
don't have to
something
keep up
big,
with it.
take baby steps first. What'd you say?
You don't have to try to keep up with everybody else.
That
That's these days is what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep up with everybody else. You put 2 steps. I'm taking 5. Like,
yes.
no, it's not a race. It's really not.
Yeah, like I said last week, your everybody's walk is not the same.
Mm.
Whereas I might see you down the road, you've done everything to get down that road, but you're down the road at that point, and I'm
Right.
where I am at this point. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So your walk is not my walk. My walk is not your walk. Stay at your
Right.
own pace. Stay
Yep.
in your own lane. And like you
Mm-hmm.
said, with the comparison of bread, I think you're the second person that compared bread here on the show. But a lot of people may be doing the same thing of something that you're doing similar. Like for instance, with this podcast. When I first started the podcast, I was like, God, what you want me to do? Because a lot of people got a podcast.
Right.
Um, I don't want to do gossip. I don't want to do music per se. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing. It's like do what you do, how you do it, and stick to that. You
That's
know,
right. Right.
because
Because
everybody has their
Mhm.
place in this
Yep,
world.
that's right.
And
Everybody has their own
you,
audience.
yeah,
Everybody has just like concerts. Some people like Chris Brown and Usher. Other people want to go to the gospel concert. So everything is different. You may be doing the same thing, but you draw different audience.
yeah,
Your audience is going to be different. So
most definitely. And know what your audience is. I said this before. Then this might be for somebody that maybe thinking about podcasts or whatever it is. I'm gonna just use podcasts for an example because that's the thing now is doing podcasts. And I know a lot of people have failed to start podcasts because everybody is doing it, or because I feel like if I start that nobody's gonna watch. You can't do the numbers game. Who's for you is gonna be for you. And
mhm,
that's one thing I had to learn early on. Who's for you is for you. You do what you do and you keep doing it and you be consistent at what you are doing because people will see that consistency of what you're doing, and that's going to be all the more better. It's going to be more of better quality, all of that good stuff, because you're consistent with doing what you're doing and not worrying about everybody else around you and the numbers. So whoever needs to hear that, just start, just
mhm,
start, see where it goes. Or rather start and fail than fail, just start.
that's
So
right.
yes, whatever it is that you do, not just podcasts. It could be hair, it could
Mhm,
be singing, it could be speaking, it could be a lot of things. But you got to start. You'll never know if you don't start.
mhm. Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Yes. So, all right. So that was don't faint. So we are going to take a pause right here. We're going to take a pause right here. And because I'm gonna do it while I have people in here, and we are going to figure out who is going to be the person, the winner tonight for this giveaway. Now, as I said, y'all was supposed to go to everythingtiffany.com and purchase you some merch. Okay, y'all didn't listen to the instructions. Y'all didn't do the instructions, but we are giving this travel giveaway away. We had a guest on here a few weeks ago, Mr. Rob Scott of Luxury Escapes by Rob, and he wanted to do a giveaway. So that's what we are doing, and we are going to pick a winner here and now. So let me turn these comments off. As a matter of fact, let me go into the comments and let me see if I needed to edit any names, extra names. So what I did, since y'all didn't go to the hey philosophy, since y'all didn't go to everythingtiffany.com, we're gonna have to do better in season 10, y'all. Okay. Just know I'm be watching in season 10. Y'all gonna want to do what I'm telling y'all. Okay. I'm just saying. Because it's only gonna get gooder and gooder. I'm just saying. All right. I'm not gonna ramble on. Okay, let me turn these comments off. And we are going to go to the wheel. So what I have done is in the last month, if you have commented, and I apologize in advance if I missed anybody that may actually be on that sees this. Um, but if you commented in the last 5 episodes or so, you were entered into the spin wheel. Okay, so you if you commented every episode, you're on here more than once.
Mhm.
Okay, and if you commented tonight, you are on the wheel. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody else. I see somebody in here on YouTube, but I don't know what your name is. So if you would like for me to add you to the wheel real quick, just type in your name so that I can put you on the wheel. I'll give you like a minute to put your name in if you are in. Now, in order to win, you have to be on here live tonight. To win.
Uh-oh.
If I call your name, you're not in here, then we're gonna go on to the next person. Okay? Ty. Or you saying thank you or your name is Ty? Let me put Ty on the wheel. I'm assuming that the name is Ty.
Yes.
So we're gonna put them in. Let me make sure. Okay, name is Ty. All right, I'm making sure I got you in on the wheel also. All right, so we are going to go to the wheel and we are going to see who is the winner of the travel giveaway. Now, if I call your name, I'm going to give you like a minute to say, hey, I'm here. If we pass that minute, then we're going on to the next name. All right, so let me go over here and share the screen actually, because I'm over here on the wheel, but I'm not sharing the screen. All right, here we go. Y'all see all these names on here. All right.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun. Okay, Jesse, which is Jesse. I don't know if I seen him in here tonight. So let's see. We're gonna wait a minute to see if Jesse is in here, but I do not think that he's in here tonight. I don't see his name in here. So we're gonna take him off. We're gonna spin again. Of course, Crystal won. Okay, we're gonna take her off for all of these. All right. So Crystal is our let me take this share screen off. Okay. Crystal is our winner for the she said next. You don't want the giveaway or was you saying next for the first person? I'm gonna say I know she ain't turning up. Okay. I'm gonna say I know she ain't turning up no giveaway that she can actually be in this time. So the winner is Crystal. Oh, that was a setup. Mystic, you silly. See, that's one reason why I be saying I don't be putting Crystal in, but I said that she could participate in this one. If anybody doesn't know, Crystal is my assistant. But she has nothing to do with the giveaway. So she won the giveaway for season 9, but we do have another giveaway that we are going to be giving away. But her name is out of that one, okay? So you have a chance now to win a you just need a crystal. Oh, y'all silly. So you have an opportunity now to win a Domino's card. Whoever wins this, I will get with you on the information and send you this Domino's card. Um, what it is you get a large pizza with the purchase of a large pizza. So for every large pizza you buy, you get another large pizza. So food is always a good gift. Just saying. So let's see who is going to win the Domino's card tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. This is moving slow. All right, here we go. Have to be present to win. All right. Quina, you are the winner of the Domino's card. Are you in tonight? Are you still on here with us live? Yes, and like my husband said, it is good until the end of the year. So you have from now until the end of the year to use this card and get you some free pizza. Quina, are you still in? Put it in the comments if you're still in. If not, we're gonna go to the next person. You gotta be in here live to win. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going back to the wheel. 30 seconds gone. Okay, she gone. All right. Let's hit it again. Let's hit it again, y'all. Oh, this is set up. I can think you in here tonight though. Rev, are you in here? And no, Crystal cannot speak for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, he gone too. Hit the wheel. All right, here we go. Willie, are you in here still? Are you in here still? I seen you were in here. Are you still here? Oh, you got to be quicker than that, Tevin. You missed it. Willie, are you in here? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Central C, go to. All right. We look. Both chances, both chances. And y'all remember this in the new season, in the next season, we're gonna be doing some more giveaways and things like that. So um y'all stay tuned for season 10. All right, Caitlin, are you in here? Caitlin, you are the winner. Are you live in here with us? We're about to start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She ain't in here live with us, though. Oh, there she go. It's going to Caitlin. It's going to Caitlin. All right. She is the winner of the dominoes. The travel goes to Crystal and the dominoes goes to Caitlin. All right. We have a winner for both giveaways, y'all. Let me stop this screen right here. um yes, in season 10 we will be doing more giveaways, y'all. I am excited for everybody that is following the podcast. We've come a long way from season 1 to now, and we're going to be celebrating in season 10 seasons of Tips Tuesdays live rehash. It only gets gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. You know, when I first started saying that, folks was like, that is not grammatically correct, but it is for this podcast because it only gets gooder and gooder. All right. And y'all need to work on getting some of that merch. Everything Tiffany.com. But congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the winners. Okay. All right. Oh, what? Spin the wheel again. Can I give you more? Lord. Okay. We're gonna spin the wheel again. Um We're gonna spin the wheel one more time, and then we're gonna get ready to do one more topic and end tonight. All right, here we go. I think she in tonight on Barbara Owens. Are you in? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No Barbara. All right, go back to the wheel. Look, hey, Mystic, it keep on trying to get by your name. Okay. Ty, off of YouTube, you still in here? Make some noise if you are. You got 10, the countdown to say you still in here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You in there. All right. Ty is the winner of the Dominoes card. Um, please inbox me on Facebook or send me you on YouTube. I will get in contact with you somehow, some way, and get your Domino's card to you. All right. That is the end of that segment of the show. So that only took like 15 minutes. Woohoo! Yes, please tell me how I can get a hold of you, Ty. Okay, and I will get with you to get your card to you. All right.
I is
Okay.
actually my niece.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was with me in February, but she was there with me.
Okay. We're gonna get this card to her. Okay. Got you. Got you. All right. There we go. Okay. So we are going to do our last topic of the night. Is that on YouTube? Yes. Yes. Ty is on YouTube. We're gonna do our last topic of the night, and we gotta do our season finale and go out with a bang. So we up in here feeling this inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. So we're gonna
Yeah.
do one more good one, and then get ready to go for the night. All right, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. I'm gonna start that one off real quick because I went to a uh worshipers gathering this past weekend, and one of the words that was spoken over the people was just to simply breathe.
Mhm.
To breathe. And in the process of breathing, you gotta inhale and exhale. Not just inhale, because a lot of us we just inhaling. That's it.
Yep.
We're not exhaling at all. We just holding our breath. And we have to learn to just enjoy the ride. We have to learn to pull the positivity out of the negative situations that we may be going through. We have to learn to find the good in the bad. Now I know a lot of people they might be saying that life might be life and all the time. It's gonna life all the time. But you have to find a way to find the good things in everything that you go through, no matter how bad it is. No matter how bad it is. It could be raining all day. Well, that rain sure look good. It smell good. Find something. Find something good about that rain. That rain, see, it might be deterring you or stopping you from whatever you got going on that day or whatever. But that rain is a symbolism of growth because it's watering something. Something gonna come up from whatever is being watered. Find something good in everything, in every situation, and just breathe. Breathe. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Even if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's gonna be okay. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Like do that with me right now. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If we can just remember to just do that every day, every day, because we can be go, go, go. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Life is gonna do what it do. But
Mhm.
every now and then, take a moment to just breathe, 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 breathe. Inhale and exhale, not just inhale. Sometimes you might be feeling like you inhale, but inhale and then exhale. Okay. I caught you off guard with that one. Because sometimes, we feel like that. It's like, "Well, God, when is it going to stop? You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
just breathe
Mhm.
through it all. Hear me in your head. Breathe through it all. What you got on that?
Because a lot of us, we live our lives inhaling, like we're holding our breath, waiting for the next bad thing to happen.
Yes.
That's what we're expecting, like everything goes bad. So we're just inhaling and holding our breath, waiting, like I know something's gonna go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We have to learn how to speak life. You know, your words, they do have power. So we have to be careful of what we say. You know, this is going wrong. I know this ain't gonna work out for me. I know I can't do it. It's not gonna work out. You have to learn how to speak life. Every day is not gonna be a good day. Every day is not gonna be a bad day. So try to find one good thing out of each day. I work with someone and she complains a lot.
Mm.
And when she comes to my office, I say, okay, you told me three bad things. Tell me one good thing that has happened today. You know, there has to be one good thing. You woke up this morning for one.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So there has to be one good thing out of your day. You know, I challenge you to, at the end of the day, just write down one good thing that happened. So you can go to bed thinking about that one good thing that happened instead of maybe those five bad things that happened. You know, you can lay down with that on your mind, like, no, this went good today. This really worked out for me today. There has to be something that worked out for you today. Like I said, you woke up, you made it back home safe, you made it to work safe. You know, I never take those things lightly. Even though I stay like 5 minutes from work, I still never take those things lightly. You know, making it to work safely and then making it back home. Those
Yeah.
are huge things to be thankful for. And we have to find something in life every day to enjoy because life is short. They say we ain't here for a long time. We'll have a good time somewhere. You got to have a good time somewhere. And my mom used to always say, live the let go life and let God be God. You know, you can't control everything. That's impossible. You just simply can't control everything. If we could, everything would work out fine. If we could control everything, but we can't. We have to learn how to deal with the things that don't go right. You
Yeah.
know, we have to find a way to deal with those things. It doesn't have to always be a full-fledged breakdown when something goes wrong. We have to learn how to cope. You have to find your own coping mechanism because you can't just break down every time something goes wrong because you will run yourself literally nuts if you do that. You know, you have to find a coping mechanism. This didn't go right today. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna lay in the bed. You cannot. Every time something goes wrong, you cannot go and crawl up and get in the bed. You just can't. You
Right.
shouldn't. I'm sorry that you shouldn't do that. You have to learn how to cope. You know, and just relax. Don't be so tense all the time. Don't hold your breath all the time, looking for something to go wrong. You know,
Yeah.
you have to enjoy the ride. You know, this is life. And like you say, life be life and true enough, but you have to learn how to enjoy it. You really do. You have to learn how to enjoy it because there's a lot of people that wish they could enjoy life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
simply can. You know, they don't. They're unable to enjoy life like they really would want to. And a lot of times we take life for granted. We take life for granted, and that's something that we should not do. We need to enjoy it while we can. Try not to stress so much. I know things come up in everyday life, but try not to stress so much because stress will literally kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Will literally kill you. Worrying about things that you cannot change. You be
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna move on. You know, hey, it's not working out right now. Maybe it'll work out later, but I'm gonna move on. I can't stress myself out about it. There's nothing I can do about it. If you can't do anything about it, you just can't do anything about it.
Can't do
No, you just can't do anything about it. Move on to something else that you can.
it. Yes.
You have to do enjoy the ride. Because sometimes it's a short ride. Sometimes it seems like a long ride. But either way it goes, you have to learn how to enjoy the ride.
Most definitely. And we only have one life to live. We
Uh,
only have one.
that's
So
it.
how do you choose to live your life? The
Mm-hmm.
things that you can't control, you just like you said, let go, let God. Just just that's all you can do.
That's
Nothing you
all
can
you
do. You know? A lot of us
can
are we gotta be in control of everything. And we just living life just on edge,
do.
you know. And it's like, no, just, let loose of the brains,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and just live. Just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. So, y'all, it is the end of this episode, y'all. I have been enjoying this ride for season 9. It has been wonderful. We have had some wonderful guests on here. It has been gooder and gooder each episode, higher and higher, from glory to glory. So I want to really, really, really thank y'all for. I do not take for granted that I have people that are watching the show, that are supporting the show. There are a lot of there are people behind the scenes that help to keep the show going, whether it be ideas or financially, or just uplifting me before the show and things like that. So I want to thank everyone for continuing with me on this podcast journey. And if you really support the podcast, this is where you get to play a very big part of the podcast.
Hey man, if you do a virtual
Ooh.
church, I want you to know Tips Tuesdays is the first one I'd have ever heard say we put the baskets in the comments.
In the
Hey,
comments, in the
bro,
comments.
I'm done.
It's time to give, give from your heart, heart. And if you like what you see, give from your heart, heart. Say it's time to give.
Hey man, if you do a virtual
Ooh.
church, I want you to know Tips Tuesdays is the first one I'd have ever heard say we put the baskets in the comments.
In the
Hey,
comments, in the
bro,
comments.
I'm done.
It's time to give, give from your heart.
Obviously, I wanted y'all to give double because it looped. My bad. But no, this is the time to give financially to the podcast. If you would like to do so, hit that Cash App right there. It is Tips Tuesdays, all lowercase. If you would like to financially give a different way, please hit me up at Tips Tuesdays at gmail.com. because we know Cash App is not the only way to give. And on your screen, there is the QR code. If you would like to hit the QR code, and give to the podcast. Again, the objective of Tips Tuesdays is to inspire, motivate, and encourage. We don't want to be a hoarder of this inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. And it gets gooder and gooder. The visuals that you see, the time that is spent on the different things that help this show, you can be a part of that financially. So if you would like to give, this is the time. As I said, this is the finale episode of season 9. We will be coming back in October. In October, October, November, December will be season 10. And you do not want to miss season 10. It's going to be loaded with a lot of guests, a lot of different topics. We're going to be doing some things a little different, but still the same style. So I'm really looking forward to season 10. Um, what else? What else? Remember to continue to follow, subscribe, share all things Tips Tuesdays. Now, just because I won't be doing any episodes during this time doesn't mean that you won't see content. When you see content, share it out to the people. There are over 160 episodes of the audio podcast. I promise you, everybody ain't listened to all 160 episodes of the podcast. So go back on some of those episodes. If you listen on Spotify, Apple, whatever you listen to podcasts on, go and stream up some of those episodes. Go and push play on YouTube for Tips Tuesdays and watch some of these episodes like you're watching right now. They start from season 3 on YouTube. So there's plenty of things that you can be listening and watching while we are in between and getting ready for season 10. So when y'all see me share it out, y'all share it out to somebody else, okay? And that is how we can continue to support the podcast. Oh Lord, I'm over here reading my husband's comment. He said, "This my kin folks, y'all. I stay meeting new family." Yes, yes. My podcast is bringing families together. Very inspirational, very inspirational. So, all right. So, y'all, we are going to get ready to end things out. Do you have any last words of encouragement for the people?
I just want to say that I have really enjoyed this, and I just want to let the women out there know that you are worthy, that you are enough. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you cannot do. Always take time for yourself, believe in yourself, know that you are strong, and you are also allowed to be weak when you need to be. Always put yourself first. Always put yourself first. And you, like I said, you can rest, but please don't quit. Find something good in every day. Do something for yourself every day. If you can't do it every day, at least every other day, do something for yourself. Love you like you need to love you. Love others like you need to love them. Sometimes you have to love them from a distance, and that's okay. And let's always remember to use our no. No is a complete sentence, and do not feel ashamed or guilty for using your no.
Yeah. I'm going to definitely take some of the advice during this break. So take some time to myself. Take
Yes,
some time to myself, refresh and recharge. Because I really love doing the podcast. I really love it. I thought I was gonna be doing it for other people, but I'm doing it for myself. It keeps me going and keeps me inspired, motivated, and encouraged. And I find myself a lot of times using my words on myself or
mhm,
somebody else using my words on me.
that, that is it. Sometimes you have to tell your own
Yes. Most definitely, most definitely. So. Y'all continue to stay inspired, motivated, and encouraged. Like I said, continue to follow, share, like, subscribe, everything that is Tips Tuesdays. If you have any ideas for the show, inbox me. I like to take ideas also. We are very interactive on this podcast for sure. So y'all have a great night. Have a great next 2 months, and I will see y'all again live in October. Now, this is a break from the audio and the live. So, all episodes will start back in October. Okay. So, tell somebody else about the podcast. And remember, we live for Tuesdays. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you.
A little motivation for you. A little motivation.